Hey y'all, it's Betsy. Today I figured for our makeup video we do like a chit chat, get ready with me. I have to get ready to go on my Valentine's date with my husband. So I figured this would be something fun to do. And I will try to remember to link the products that are used in the description box. I've already washed and moisturized my face. I'm gonna start by priming it with my Luminizing Dr. Brandt primer. This came in a BoxyCharm. It's not my favorite, but it works, so. And excuse my skin from doing all the painting and stuff and actually getting a workout. My skin does not like it and is all kinds of broke out. And you see my earrings, they're what my husband got me for my Valentine's Day present. They're Kendra Scott, they're the abalone shell. And I'm gonna apply my foundation with the brush today. This came in the Morphe Complexion Goals set. I figured it would be fun to try because I typically do my foundation, as you know, with a sponge. And I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is one of my favorites. It's tried and true, and the 3-in-1. So, and I know a lot of people will rave about doing foundation with a brush, so I figured I would try it. And I've got some new goodies to try, plus some tried and true favorites. Actually, this is blending out foundation pretty well. There's not brush strokes and all that fun stuff, so that's always a plus. But, and the shirt I'm wearing, I bought at Macy's. I got it for $15. I'm always looking for a bargain, and I like this color. And it's been chilly around here lately. I'm so tired of all of the cold weather. We live in Southeast Texas, so normally, you know, 50, 60 degrees is our coldest, and it has been running in the 30s and 40s quite a bit. And now what I'm doing is just taking and blending my foundation down my neck. And I love this foundation because it does take and set down really pretty, and it covers all my flaws and imperfections. Which my skin is not terrible. Not saying that, it's just right now it is not happy. But I mean, latex paint doesn't breathe, and I've gotten a lot of it on my skin. So now I'm going to take and go ahead and do my contour. This is my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the color Mocha. And if you actually look closely at my hair, you can still see paint specks. It's driving me insane. So we're gonna just take and blend that out with the same foundation brush. And as you can see, this brush works for blending out contour as well. And as I've said before, I prefer to use a cream contour first, and then after I do everything, I'll take and use a powder to kind of finish everything out. Okay. I'm looking like there's some life back in me. Now I'm using the Makeup Revolution concealer, full coverage concealer, Conceal and Define in the color C3. Typically I'll use the color C6, but I want a little bit more brightness under my eyes today because, as you could tell before I put on foundation, I am rocking some major bags. So there we go. And we're gonna use the same foundation brush again just to kind of blend it all in. And I use what's left over for my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more contour on because I put a little bit too much concealer on my nose. But that's what I want people to see too, is I make mistakes just like everybody else when I do my makeup. And plus, I gotta shoot the video for cutting corners today, so I was like, well, we'll go ahead and get my face on because we're going out pretty much as soon as I close. As you can see, that looks, I mean, it works so well. So I'm gonna take my contour stick again and go down my nose one more time so that way my nose doesn't look so white. There we go. And I like to blend things in where you can't see, as you can see, like harsh lines and things like that. Because as I said, I got some new fun stuff. Bought the Becca under eye brightening powder. So let me grab a brush, and this is just a tapered powder brush. This also came in the Morphe Complexion Goals set. That set was $10. Dusted a little bit too much powder. And I'm just dabbing that under my eyes to set my concealer. And I really like how fine it is. So we shall see. I got a new little cubby over here to store my makeup in, so that way I can keep track of what I use that day because I have so much makeup. Now I'm just taking the RCMA, which is in my Kat Von D locket, because I wasn't a fan of the packaging for the RCMA, but I love the powder. So I put it in my Kat Von D locket when I ran out of that. And now I'm just setting the rest of my face. There we go. Hold up. I have a piece of paint in my hair. Right there. And it does not want to come out. And my nails look atrocious, but there's no point in getting them done until after we are through doing all this. And I'm just ready to be through. It's one of those things that has just about, I mean, I'm exhausted from doing it. Now I'm using the Ulta Beauty Matte Eyeshadow Primer. It doesn't have a color. Nude Matte Eyeshadow Primer. Putting a little bit on my finger and just going to blend that in over my eyes to help cover up some of the veining before I put on some eyeshadow. And I bought the Wet n Wild Rosé. No, that's my highlighter. Making a ton of noise. Rosé in the Air. It's a dupe for, or supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance, which is one of my favorite palettes. So I figured I would test that out and see. Now I'm just gonna take, I also bought the Slay All Day eye set, and this is the fluffy shader brush, and just taking and setting that powder. this is how I always do my eyeshadow. I always set the primer. That way the colors can blend in better. So I'm gonna go ahead and go more into this cooler, a little bit cooler tone transition shade. I'm not sure what the name of it is. So we will, that's got some pigment to it. And we're keeping the shadow look simple because I'm going to do glitter. As y'all know, I love glitter. So far, that's blending like a dream. Let's see. Now, I'm going to deepen up the crease using the little pencil brush. And I'm going to go into this red shade right here. That has some fallout, some kickback. So make sure to dust it off. I'm sorry if y'all get grossed out by me blowing on my shadow. That's just what I do. And as you can see, I'm just keeping that in the lower part of my crease, where my hood is. Because that's the only thing about my eyes that drive me nuts, is that they are hooded. Now I'm taking that same original brush and just taking and smoothing over the edges a little bit. Make sure it's nice and blended. Anyway, so we're going out for sushi tonight, and as y'all know, I've been doing keto, so this will be my first cheat night. But I've already lost 17 pounds, so I think I can stand to and cheat a little bit. We've been exercising and all that stuff like crazy. Now I'm going to grab my IT Cosmetics brush. This doesn't have, it's just a fluffy brush. And I'm going to dip into this brown shade right here and concentrate that right on the outer V. But I'm super excited. Our local place that we go to does crunch rolls, which is one of my favorite things, and my husband loves to get surf and turf scallops and steak. So I just accidentally dug my contour palette into my eyeshadow. So that's pretty much it for that part. I'm going to take my other fluffy shader brush and dig into this white shade right here. It's a matte white, and I'm going to use that as, it's more of a matte cream, but use that to blend down as my brow bone highlight. There we go. Nothing super duper dramatic. Where is my glitter? And I'm going to use the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in Wanderlust. I really have been loving this shade. I mentioned it in my favorites last month. I just got the shade, is it Gypsy? As well, but I haven't played with that yet, and it has more of a purple tone to it. So I didn't figure that would go with today's look. So, and this has some more gold and pink and everything else. make sure they're nice and even. There we go. Now while that's drying, we'll go ahead and get started on brows. I'm using the Benefit Brow Power in the Universal Taupe. This is one of my favorite eyebrow pencils. And I prefer a pencil or a powder over a pomade. I like a more natural looking brow. And I just had them rethreaded, so they look pretty good at this point. There we go. So, and then once I take and apply the pencil, I always just rebrush through to make sure it's nice and even and smooth. And then we will move on to this side. But as you can tell, I mean, glitter can be part of a neutral look. Now, my eyeshadow should be nice and dry. So what I like to take and do is take that original fluffy crease brush and just kind of make sure my edges are blended in. There we go. So, I'm loving this eye look so far. I have the Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner, and it is like a pearly white. And I'm applying that to my waterline to make my lower waterline, to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. And I'm going to take, this is the M508, it's like a smudger brush from Morphe, and I'm dipping into that red shade that I used in my crease. And I'm just going to take and lightly smudge that on my lower lash line. There we go. And I'm going to take that same blender brush that I used on top and blend that out. So as you can see, it's nice and soft and smooth. I really like how these eyeshadows performed, and for the price versus spending, you know, 50 bucks on the, or 42 for the Honest Positive one versus, I think that was $4.99. That's not bad, and you can find those on sale. So now I'm just going to take and curl my upper lashes. And I've got some new mascara to try on my upper lashes, which is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. I've heard really good things about this. And we're going to see if when using this, if I need to do false eyelashes or if I can just keep it I think this brush is actually tiny enough. Yeah, that works well on your lower lash line too. I touched my nose. There we go. I think this works well enough though that I do not need false eyelashes with this look. Plus it's more of a natural look, so. Now what I'm doing is, the reason why I'm not touching that on my nose yet is I'm waiting for it to dry before I take and sweep it away. Now this came in my new BoxyCharm box. It's like a pointed powder brush. I'm going to try to see how this works to blend out my medium cocoa contour right there. Just to kind of give the cheekbones a little bit more definition and make the fishy face. Okay, like that. Now I'm digging into my Hourglass. This is the Christmas palette, and I'm going to use this deeper shade blush in the middle. And I'm using the blush brush that came with my Morphe complexion goal set. Just warm up the face. But the eye set I think was 18 and the complexion set was 25, so they're definitely not bad. I'm gonna take my eye brush and fix where I touched my mascara. And I'm going to take my complexion brush one more time and just fix my nose. There we go. Not bad. Now, I'm going to try, this is a highlight brush. This is just a little flat, dense brush, and I bought the Wet n Wild highlighter in the Golden Flower Crown because I love a good gold highlight. Doesn't want to pick up much product though. Let's see how it applies. Very pretty. And I've used this highlight before. It is a beautiful, beautiful highlight. See how it gives that nice wet look to it. Okay. And I don't know how y'all are, but like when I do makeup and stuff like that, I will take and go back and recheck everything and reblend just to make sure everything is to my liking. Now, I'm going to take the Morphe M321 and I'm taking that same highlight shade that I used, the Wet n Wild one, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. And dust just a hair on my brow bone. There we go. Where my acne was on my chin, it's wanting to peek through some, so we're good though. Now, what's left? Just lips. And I got another shade in the Stila Shimmer and Glow. This is the Nudo. And it's a more rosy nude. And as you can see, it is almost my lip color. The Stila liquid lipsticks are some of my favorites. And that's the Stay All Day in Nudo Shimmer. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put on one more coat of mascara because I love mascara. And all that's left to do is set my face. This is the MAC Fix Plus, and this is the coconut scent. Just wave it till it's dry. And I think we're all set. So, hopefully you like this tutorial. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you check out my other channel, I do crafts. It's Cutting Corners Vinyl. You can check me out on all my social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest is where I post all my keto recipes and stuff like that. So, I think that's it. So, thanks, and y'all have a great day.